All right, fans, welcome back to Ellsworth Gymnasium for the boys contest here between the Ellsworth Bearcats hosting the Minneapolis Lions. The Bearcats are 2-6 overall, 1-2 in the NCAA. The Lions are 3-3 overall, 1-2 in the NCAA. Common opponent. They lost to Republic County by 17, where Minneapolis lost by 26 at home. Ellsworth was beaten by Beloit by 10 last week. This is the 78th game in the series. Minneapolis leads it 42-35. Ellsworth won the last game by a point at Minneapolis last year, or Minneapolis won by a point here at Ellsworth in the same year. Ellsworth has won 3 of the last 4 games. They've either been won by a point or won in overtime out of those 3 games. So they've been very close competitive contests between the Lions and the Bearcats in the last couple of years. And this, I'm sure, will be a Donnybrook tonight.
Well, you know, I'll tell you, Dale, it seems as though looking at the scores from the games that both Ellsworth and Minneapolis have played, it seems like that the Minneapolis games have been higher scoring games than Ellsworth. So maybe it's Ellsworth's defense that's, you know, taking it to the other teams. But the scores are definitely higher on the Ellsworth teams that they've played versus the, Minneapolis teams they've played versus the teams that Ellsworth have played. I'm going to give you the starting lineups. Or have you already done that, Dale?
No, no.
Okay. Here's the starting lineups. First for the home team, Ellsworth Bearcats. Number 10, Derek Jensen. He's a 5'9" senior. Jordan Seitz, he is a 6-foot senior. Ryan Maines is a 6'4" senior. Gabe Paul is a 6'1" senior. And Ethan Fink, who's a 6'3" junior. The starting lineup for the Minneapolis Lions: number 3, Casey Argenbright. Excuse me. Number 15, Grayson George. Number 23, Logan Weedle. And number 33, Dylan Crossan. He's a 6'2" sophomore. And Keegan McCulloch, number 34. He's a 6'3" junior. So those are your starting lineups for tonight. We're just a minute away from tip-off. One thing I can tell you for sure, the crowd did pick up for the second game tonight. Yep. So we've got a little bit more people here from Ellsworth for the second game.
Ellsworth is celebrating a 20th anniversary this year of a state tournament title back in the 89 season.
Well, I think we're going to see a really good game tonight. There's no question about it. I was looking at the kids warming up. They've got their games ready to go, looks like, and hopefully we'll see a better defensive battle than maybe we did in the girls' game, because that was slightly lopsided, but, you know, who knows? We'll see what happens.
I don't care how defensive they are as long as we win.
Is there somebody, I've been wanting to ask you this, Dale, in the years you've done this, is there a player either in football or basketball for Minneapolis that has stood out and you've said, wow, this kid's really going to make it big, or be a great player in college football or basketball?
Well, there's no doubt in the last 9 years, the only player that would fit that mold would be Ryan Weedle. He's played 2 years for Arkansas State, pretty much started most of the years at the time of that. He's transferred to Drake this season, but it's sitting out. But he scored 42 points here, set a Minneapolis record about 4 or 5 years ago, and then followed up the following year a 46-point effort against Southeast Saline in Minneapolis, scoring 25 points in 2 minutes. How's that?
Well, I thought maybe that might be the one you mentioned, but I'd heard about Allen and his success. Did he redshirt at Drake, or what's the situation?
He's redshirting at Drake. He had to transfer between Division I schools. You got to sit out a year.
We're about ready for tip-off here at Ellsworth High School as Minneapolis takes on Ellsworth, and we're ready to start the first quarter of this game. Jump ball goes to the Bearcats. Number 10, Jensen, takes it across the half-court line. Over to 22, Seitz. Seitz inside to 24, that's Maines. Maines back out. Goes over to Jensen. Jensen has the ball in the base court. Back out to 34, which is Fink. Fink throws it inside. It's pitched out. It's back past court. Over half back court, so Minneapolis will get the ball under their own basket. It was tipped and flew over backcourt, so Minneapolis will have the ball under their basket. It's still 0-0 as we start this game. Weedle is about ready to inbound the ball. Throws it to McCulloch. And a three-pointer from Grayson George. Man, that was a smooth shot. He was about 5 feet behind the three-point line. Jensen brings it down for the Bearcats. He has it at the top of the key for Ellsworth and the Bearcats. It goes over to Paul. Paul dribbling the ball into 24. Seitz. Seitz takes a shot and misses. Rebounded by number 10, and 2 points for Jensen for the Bearcats. It's now 2-0. Ellsworth over Minneapolis. Minneapolis brings the ball down. Number 3, Argenbright has the ball. Passes it over to George. George passes it under. George gets the rebound, puts it up and misses. Rebound by Ellsworth. Bearcats bringing it down. Number 10, Jensen with the ball. Over to 22. Seitz had it. Foul.
Dylan Crossan.
Crossan's first personal foul. It'll be taken under the basket by the Bearcats as they bring it in. 24 goes up with it, misses. Foul on the play.
On Ellsworth.
First foul on that, personal foul on there. Okay, as Minneapolis brings the ball down, it's across half court. Weedle brings it down, goes over to Argenbright. Argenbright over to Weedle. Weedle takes a shot, misses. It's rebounded by Ellsworth. Bearcats up with the ball. Jensen bringing it down the court across the half-court line, setting up the play, dribbling, still dribbling, going to base, pitches it over, under the basket shot by Seitz, which is missed, rebound by Ellsworth. Foul on the Bearcats. Number 3, Argenbright was the one that was fouled, and he will now.
Jen Jensen fouled.
Jen Jensen fouled, okay. Argenbright will pass the ball in as Minneapolis gets ready to go. 15-footer from George, missed, rebounded by Minneapolis, by McCulloch. McCulloch drives, shoots, and it's a charging foul. No, it is.
Blocking foul. He can go to the line for 2.
He is going to go to the line for 2. I thought it was a charging foul, my mistake. McCulloch going to the line. He'll shoot 2.
Third team foul on the Bearcats. 1 for the Lions.
Puts it in. 4-2. Minneapolis over Ellsworth. 5:39 in the first quarter left. McCulloch for his second shot at the free throw line, setting up, ready to go. Puts it up, and it is missed. Rebounded by Ellsworth's number 24, Maines. Jensen brings the ball down court, across half-court line, and goes over to, it's under the basket, shot by number 24, rebounded. Number 34 is fouled. That's Fink. Fink is fouled in the process of shooting. He will have 2 shots at the free throw line for Ellsworth.
The Bearcats have a decided height advantage on the Lions.
And his shot is good. 4-3, Minneapolis over Ellsworth. 5:24 left in the first quarter. His second shot. Fink misses the second shot.
He about stepped over the first time, and it did the second time.
So, still 4-3, Minneapolis ball. Goes to Argenbright. Argenbright brings the ball down. The point guard is over across half court. Throws it to McCulloch. McCulloch over to Argenbright. Argenbright takes a shot, misses. It's rebounded by number 34 from Ellsworth, Fink. Ball comes down across the half court, goes to 22 Seitz. Seitz over to 30. Paul.
Paul with a clear out foul there. Fourth team foul.
Minneapolis gets the ball back with that foul.
Second personal on the big boy. And they're going to bring another big guy in. Not quite as physically endowed, but pretty tall.
Number 42 coming in, that's Freeze. Coming in for 34, Fink. So Freeze will take over.
They've got 3 kids on the roster at 6'5", height listed.
Argenbright brings the ball down, sets it up, top to key, over to 23.
It's good. Oh,
Weedle shoots and off the rim. Rebounded by number 24 for Ellsworth. That's Maines. Jensen brings the ball down, sets it up, goes over to Paul. Paul takes, drives and shoots, misses the basket. It's rebounded by Minneapolis.
Crossan with the rebound.
Argenbright throws it. Three-point shot by number 15, George. Now, just didn't quite have enough oomph on it for that shot. So it will be Minneapolis's ball into the basket. So Ellsworth must have tipped it out.
4-3, 4:23 to go in the quarter.
Minneapolis with the ball. Not any longer. Ellsworth just did rebound.
Crossan shot was short.
Jensen brings the ball down the court. Over to Seitz. Back over to Paul. And over to Maines. Maines back to Paul. Back to Jensen. Jensen throws it back over to Seitz. Seitz has the ball. Comes out to Freeze. Freeze over to Jensen. Jensen dribbles to the base. Almost gets it taken away. Passes back to Paul's.
George blocks.
Gets it taken away.
And he's fouled. Jensen. Or no, it's not Jensen.
Number 30 is Paul's.
Okay.
So Minneapolis will have the ball. Number 25 is coming in for number 15 in Minneapolis.
Terrell Owens and Andrew Yoxel comes in for Grayson George.
Argenbright brings the ball down the court. He comes just across the half-court line. He's driving to the base. Still has the ball. Passes to Weedle. Back to Argenbright. Back to McCulloch. At the top of the key. Shot almost taken and then stolen. Jensen drives. Passes over to Glazer.
Two-pointers, good.
Good shot for Glazer. Glazer hits a 2 and he fouls. Glazer comes back and fouls Argenbright. So it'll be Minneapolis ball as they take it out, but that is a foul on Jensen.
George comes in for Aaron Weedle.
George is coming in, number 15.
16 fouls on the Bearcats, 2 on the Lions. It's 5-4, Ellsworth.
Argenbright now bringing the ball down the court, guarded by Jensen as they get to the half-court line. He comes up and is fouled as Jensen comes around his back, trying to tip the ball away. It'll be a 1-and-1 already in this game.
A lot more team speed for the Lions.
Yes, yeah. And you can see this game is going to be a lot closer than the girls' game was. They're fairly well matched. You can see both of these teams have some composure and are really willing to go at one another.
Crossan set to come back in.
Argenbright at the hits his free throw. Has one more to go. scores 5-5. Minneapolis Ellsworth.
Crossan replaces McCulloch.
McCulloch
giving him a little breather.
Coming out. Crossan coming in. Argenbright at the line for his second shot. Puts it up and misses. Rebounded by Freeze. Number 12, Peterman in the game for the Bearcats. Maines.
Owens.
Glazer is the one that was fouled. He was at the top of the key, and Owens came over his back and fouled him. So it will be Ellsworth ball.
Third team foul, first personal.
Glazer with the ball, throws it over to layup by number 12, Peterman for Ellsworth to score. Ellsworth 7, Minneapolis 5, 2:27 in the first quarter.
Argenbright went for the steal, didn't get it.
Argenbright.
His man went for the layup.
Throws it over to George. George with the ball, back to Owens. Owens got the ball at the top of the key. Gives it back to Argenbright. Argenbright, almost gets it stolen away. Gets it back, drives, almost stolen again.
Yoxel comes up with it. George open for
George
three.
takes the three and
Out.
misses it. And Ellsworth rebounds the ball.
7-5, Bearcats.
Glazer coming over to number 22. That's Seitz with the ball. Goes back out to number 12. That's Peterman over to Glazer. Glazer takes a long three and misses.
Yoxel's
Rebounded
rebound.
by Yoxel, and Minneapolis has the ball. Across the half-court line. Now it's back to Argenbright. Argenbright saying, let's set this thing up and get it started again. Throws it over to George, and it's out. Mary's and Minneapolis ball.
Weedle and McCulloch come in for Owens and Yoxel.
Fast quarter. There's only a minute 28 left in this first quarter, and it's 7-5. Ellsworth over Minneapolis. Minneapolis with the ball under their own basket. Gets it out to George. George with the ball, top of the key. Throws it over to Weedle. Weedle back to Argenbright. Argenbright, top of the key, back underneath to George
Great
for a
feed.
layup. Right under. There's a great pass. Now Ellsworth with the ball.
7-all.
Glazer brings the ball down, sets it all up. Way out. Gives it to 12. Christensen takes shot and misses it, and Minneapolis rebounds. Minneapolis bringing it down the court very, very fast. Sets it up. Oh, great pass.
Oh.
And it was missed by number 33.
No look pass
No look
by
pass.
McCulloch there.
It was a
I
good.
think it almost faked out Crossan under the basket too.
That's true. Crossan did get fouled though, so he will go to the line for 2 shots, as that shot he would put up was missed under the basket. Hits his first free throw, so now we've got an 8-7 game. Minneapolis over Ellsworth with 51 seconds in the first quarter.
Owens set to come back in.
Crossan for his second shot, misses, and the ball goes to,
He stepped on the line.
we've got a foul
Foul
on Minneapolis on number
McCulloch.
34, McCulloch. He's not happy with that one, I
I don't know
guarantee
that
you.
I agree with him myself. I believe they stepped out of bounds when they were going for the ball before the foul occurred.
Now Minneapolis is going into a full court press against the Bearcats from Ellsworth.
Yoxel comes in for McCulloch.
47
Coach
seconds.
wants to simmer him down so he doesn't get anything silly called on him.
47 seconds left before the end of the quarter. Ellsworth trying to get the ball in, does to Glazer.
Second personal on that.
Glazer takes it down the court, dribbles, gets it across half court, right under the basket to number 22, Seitz for 2. Beautiful
9-8.
play.
9-8.
Now we've got it back, and Minneapolis has the ball. Goes over to number 23, that's Weedle. Weedle over to Glazer. Glazer back over to
Grayson George for 3.
George.
11-9.
11-9. And Ellsworth has the ball. Glazer with the ball. Goes over to Seitz. Seitz underneath to 24. And that's Maines for 2. 4 seconds left. 11-11 tie.
And they
And a
call
foul
Owens on a clear out, trying to
Foul on Minneapolis, so on Owens. So the ball comes back to Ellsworth with 11-11. 4 seconds left in the first quarter.
15 foul, second personal.
Number 30 coming in for number 15 for Ellsworth. And that is Paul coming in. Paul's got the ball, and he inbounds it to Maines. Maines tries to get it inside.
Weedle, nice step in the passing lane, knocks it out of bounds.
So at the end of the first quarter, great first quarter, Dale, really good first quarter, and it's 11-11 tied up at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with some more great action from Ellsworth High School in just a moment.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks which offers traditional accounts such as checking, savings, certificates of deposit, IRAs, loans, and online banking. But most important, they're committed to making your banking experience as easy and as personal as possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
D&M Body Shop can repair any make or model of vehicle and make it look like new. They transform that ugly, messed up vehicle to its like new condition. You'll be saying, wow, what a job. D&M Body Shop, Minneapolis, the very best.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for more than 80 years because they want to protect what matters most. Call Scott Osherman in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
Well, and we wish Scott Osherman was with you tonight, but they're waiting on a new baby to be born, and so you're stuck with me, Mike Farmer, this evening for probably the one and only game that I'm going to be doing play-by-play if all things fall in line the way I hope it does. Of course, Dale will be here, the veteran, the man that knows what he's doing. I'm just kind of enjoying the game. It's Minneapolis ball. Argenbright brings it down, passes it. They get the rebound. It goes up. Number 15, George scores. 13-11.
Crossan ran into heavy traffic there.
He sure did. Ellsworth with the ball. Paul has the ball, goes over to Glazer. Glazer takes a shot, misses, almost gets his own rebound, but Minneapolis gets the rebound, hurrying down the court as fast as they can go. Goes over to George. George inside, beautiful pass, and they score.
Crossan missed, George puts it back in. 15-11 Lions.
Glazer brings the ball down for Ellsworth Bearcats. Goes over to Paul. Paul inside to number 24, Maines. Maines shoots, misses. Minneapolis has the ball, passes over to George. George comes back, goes back to Argenbright. Argenbright has the ball at the top of the key, throws it over to McCulloch. McCulloch misses a shot. Ball goes out. It will be Ellsworth Bearcats basketball. Getting ready to set this up, have another player come in. It's Ellsworth ball. Glazer has it.
6:40 in the half. Lions up 15-11.
Glazer gets it across half court line, sets it up, top of the key, goes to
George
Peterman, and then it's intercepted, and they go. Number 23 for Minneapolis scores, and that is Weedle for two as he brings it down fast for a layup. Glazer bringing the ball down for the Ellsworth Bearcats, has it across half court, dribbles behind his back, throws it over to number 12. That's Peterman. Peterman with the ball, goes inside to Maines. Maines back out to Peterman. Peterman with the ball at the top of the key, goes back to Maines. Maines trying to get it inside, goes to number 24. Maines with the score, I believe, on that. And then Minneapolis brings it back just as fast, tries to put up a shot, misses it. They rebound.
George with the rebound.
Gets it back. Number 34, McCulloch with 2 points, drove to the lane, about an 8-foot jump shot, beautiful. Squared up and made it. Okay, Glazer bringing it across the half-court line now for Ellsworth as he sets up the play. It goes over to Peterman. Peterman drives, and there's a foul. He will go to the line for 2 points. for a two-point shot anyway. No, I'm sorry.
On the floor.
I thought it was a shot. It was not. Glazer.
Aaron Weedle with the foul. First 16 foul.
Glazer will take the ball out under the Bearcats basket. Number 30 drives, takes a jump shot. Beautiful shot by number 30, Paul. Gabe Paul makes that two-point shot. Now Minneapolis with the ball. McCulloch with it, goes over to Argenbright. Argenbright throws it over to number 15, George. George takes the shot, just in and out, and
Crossan with the foul.
Crossan with the foul on Glazer. Glazer had it, was slipping. Clausen came down on him, and that was the foul.
17 fouls, second personal on Dillon.
He will go to the line for 1-1. So Glazer at the line for a 1-1 shot here.
5 minutes to go. 15 to 19 in favor of the Lions. Got three players, I think, with 2 fouls. Crossan, McCulloch, and Owens.
Glazer at the line for the Ellsworth Bearcats on their home court as he gets ready. He sets, he shoots, and he makes it. 19-16, Minneapolis over Ellsworth at this time with 5 minutes before the half. Ready for his second shot. Here it goes. And he makes another. No, he misses that one. And it's rebounded by McCulloch from Minneapolis. Minneapolis with the ball. McCulloch with the ball.
Oh, beautiful.
Great pass.
Beautiful.
Great pass to number 15, Grayson George. George lays it up and gets fouled in the process. He has one more shot. Could make this a three-point play. 21-16, Minneapolis over Ellsworth with 4:51 to go in the half. George ready, and he nails it.
Andrew Yoxel comes in for Crossan. 21-16, 4:51 to go. Lions up by 5, excuse me.
Ellsworth with the ball as they bring it in. It goes to Jensen. Jensen brings it down the court to the half-court line and sets up the play. Top of the key, looking for somebody to pass it to. Still dribbling down the base, goes, drives, throws it into number 34, which is Ethan Fink, and he gets fouled, so he will go to the free throw line.
Yoxel with the foul, I believe.
Yoxel with the foul. It'll be a 1-1.
His first 8th team foul.
He's getting ready to shoot. He puts the ball up, and bang, there it is. 22-17, 4:35 in the first half. The score led by the visitors, Minneapolis. Okay, the second shot ready to go up. And he missed it. It's rebounded by Minneapolis. McCulloch brings it down. Over to George. George back out to Argenbright. Argenbright down to base. Over to George. And it's blocked. Blocked by number 42 from Ellsworth. Man, Levi Freeze went up big time on that one and blocked that shot. But it's still Minneapolis ball. They take it out. Comes over to McCulloch.
3 points. That was there.
Oh, he missed it. It's rebounded by Ellsworth, by Minneapolis, excuse me.
3 seconds called on George.
So the Bearcats will get the ball with 4:09 left in the half. Jensen brings the ball down the court. And he's about the top of the key, throws it over to Seitz. Seitz back out.
Blocked by Argenbright.
Jensen's shot was blocked by Argenbright, so it will still be Ellsworth Bearcats basketball under their own basket. 3:52 left in the half. 22-17 Minneapolis. Gets it in, shot taken, jump shot, and missed. Rebounded by Ellsworth and missed. Tipped out by Ellsworth, should be Minneapolis ball. No, they say Ellsworth, okay.
Ellsworth's height is,
I think
they got
lucky.
two of their 6'5" guys in right now. Crossan comes in for Yoxel. They're really pounding the boards with that height.
Yeah, they really are. This has been a really exciting game so far. Bad pass, but they got lucky, and Ellsworth gets the ball. Number 30, Paul, takes a shot from about
over
10
the back,
feet, and it's a foul against Ellsworth. Number 42, which is Freeze. Levi Freeze fouls.
10th team foul, double bonus shot coming up.
Going to the line is number 34, Keegan McCulloch for the Minneapolis Lions.
22-17 the score, 3:38 to go in the half.
McCulloch's been playing a really good game, very consistent, pretty good free throw shooter. So I don't know, expecting to make them. That's one there. So that's 23-17. McCulloch's got one more. Coming out.
Biggest lead of the night now, 6 points.
Number 42 just came out. Freeze just came out for Ellsworth. He's replaced by number 24, which is Ryan Maines. Here's McCulloch's second shot, and he makes that one too. So 2 right there. 24-17. Ellsworth with the ball. Glazer brings the ball down, dribbles to the base. Throws it to Maines. Maine throws it out. Base jump shot taken. Number 22 for Ellsworth scores. That's that's Jordan Seitz. Jordan Seitz scores 2. Minneapolis with the ball. Number 15 driving. That's Grace George with misses. Glazer with the ball, drives from Minneapolis for Ellsworth.
Over the back.
And George over the so Glazer will go to the basket for Ellsworth with 2
second,
shots.
I think. 9th team foul. Oh, they got it as his first. Okay, take it.
He'll be shooting 2 shots. They're saying 1 and 1.
Yeah, well, it's unless he was shooting.
He was shooting.
I thought he was shooting too.
Yeah, he was shooting.
It is.
But they're saying 1 and 1. Okay, whatever. They're the referees. I'm just standing here. So
we're just paid to be opinionated.
Yeah, we're just paid to be opinionated. Misses the shot. Does not get the rebound. So Minneapolis with the ball. Towns has it, throws it in. Shot taken by George and missed.
He gets his rebound and his foul, putting it back up.
So George will go to the line for 2 shots. Scores 24-19, 2:44 left in the half. Minneapolis 24, Ellsworth Bearcats 19. George with his first one, he misses. Coming up, ready for his second shot. Dribbles a couple, 3 times, gets the ball set, shoots, and makes the second shot. Ellsworth Bearcats with the ball. Glazer brings the ball down court. Passes to Seitz. Inside to Maine to miss.
George.
Shot is blocked by George. They're getting really tough defensively on both sides of the ball. This is
being out height as we are.
You bet, man. I'll tell you, this is some good defensive basketball from both sides of the court. Bearcats shoot and score. 2 points.
Foot was on the line. 25-21, Minneapolis.
Argenbright had the ball. He passed it over to George. George has the ball. Over to McCulloch. McCulloch back out. A 3-point shot. And it's nailed by Logan Weedle, number 23. 28-21, 1:56 left in the first half.
Now their biggest lead of
Glazer brings the ball down court. Drives, shoots, lays it up. 2 points for Ellsworth. Minneapolis brings it down the court. Palm the ball. Argenbright palms the ball, so Ellsworth will have it. Number 25 coming in for number 3, Argenbright for Minneapolis. So Owens is replacing Argenbright at this time. Owens guarding number 2, Glazer. Glazer for Ellsworth, bringing the ball down the court. Goes over to Seitz. Seitz out to Paul. Paul back over to Seitz. Seitz has the ball. Seitz back out to Glazer. Glazer over to Paul. Paul down underneath to number 24, Maines. And Maines makes the shot and will have a free throw on top of that. So now we've got 1:22 in the half. The score is 28-25. It could be 28-26.
Dylan Crossan picks up foul number 3.
If Maines makes this, we've got us a brand new game.
Yoxel comes in.
They just hang in there, and here is his shot. And he misses it.
Over the back.
Over the back by number 22, the Bulldogs, is Seitz fouls. So we will be going to the line for Minneapolis, and going to the line for the free throws is Crossan. Dylan Crossan for his shot. He will shoot 2. It's 28-25 right now, 1:21 and a half with Minneapolis in the lead. Crossan's a great free throw shooter. He just nailed that one. So
Argenbright comes in for Owens.
So Argenbright is their point guard.
They're going to leave Crossan in here with 3 fouls to end the half, looks like.
Well, I tell you, the guy's hitting free throws like you can't believe. So he misses that one. That would, wouldn't I jinx it? Glazer brings the ball down for Ellsworth, goes over to Maines. Maines goes over to Seitz. Seitz goes back to Paul. Paul takes a shot from 10 feet out, misses, rebounded by Minneapolis. Minneapolis goes down the court, crossing, right across, layup by number 15, and that was a great Grayson George.
Assist from Logan Weedle.
Oh, Grayson George just really put it in there. Glazer takes a shot for Ellsworth. Bearcats misses, rebounded by number 24. That's Ryan Maines. Maines has 2 more. He's playing a great game tonight. He really is.
40 seconds in the half.
40 seconds in the half. Goes out to Weedle. Okay, they're going to set it up. They're going to wait for one play.
25 seconds.
Argenbright has the ball. Takes it out to Weedle. Weedle has the ball. Throws it to Argenbright. Argenbright, 18 seconds left, 17. Argenbright still has it. Up at the top of the key. Oh, back door, and a beautiful play to McCulloch. That was just perfect, just perfect. Glazer has the ball. He's driving for Ellsworth, takes the jump shot, and misses at the buzzer. First half is over. We've got a good game going here. We've got Minneapolis at 33 and Ellsworth Bearcats at 27. And we're at halftime, and we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back in just a little bit. Look some more things up.
Minneapolis is...
All right, welcome back, fans. There's 4 minutes till the second half starts. I wouldn't blame you, many of you, so if you're K-State or KU fans, if you're not listening to this game. So I understand the Cats are down by 12 at this point. Then the Lions were tied up with Ellsworth by 11 at the quarter, and at the half, lead 33-27. Scoring for the Lions so far, Casey Argenbright with, maybe we're getting my reading glasses on here, excuse me.
Take your time. We've still got 3 minutes.
Can't even read my own scribbles.
Yeah, well, I can't even talk, so.
1 point. Grayson George, number 15, with 18 points. Dylan Crossan with 2. Logan Weedle with 5, and Keegan McCulloch with 7. Leading scores so far for the Bearcats: Maines 8, Glazer 5, Seitz and Paul each have 4. Very exciting first half, very closely played. So again, it was 11 all at half. In the second quarter, the Lions started to pull away a little bit. Established a 4, then 5, and then 6-point lead. It kind of fluctuated back and forth a while, and then finally got her back out to 6 points, 33-27, as the second half expired. As several guys playing with 2 fouls, one with 3. So that's a big concern for us. Keegan McCulloch has 2. Owens has 2. Crossan has 3. George has 1. I'm not sure if anybody else has 2 fouls or not. So, but I'd sure hate to see McCulloch pick up a 3rd foul right away. I had to hold my breath all the way through the second quarter that he didn't pick up a 3rd foul there.
Well, the thing I think that we're seeing is this game could go either way depending upon those fouls, because both teams are playing extremely good defensive basketball, and that's what's going to really win this game, because it's not a high-scoring game at all. You know, we've got 33-27, so obviously, Dale, it could go either way at this point because of the momentum and fouls, like you were saying. If either team gets in real foul trouble, there's going to be problems. I think that Ellsworth has a little bit of a height advantage.
No doubt, it's height versus speed here.
And that's really where it's going to be dependent upon, just setting up plays and being cautious about how they go for that basket. And there's been some mistakes made that shouldn't have been made, obviously, but at the same time, if they can clean it up just a little bit, I'm telling you right now, we're gonna have a fantastic second half. I think it's gonna be really, really good. I'm excited to be a part of this, because I didn't have any idea how well these teams were matched up. If you look at the scores of the games they previously have played, there's no significant differences other than maybe Minneapolis is a little bit more high scoring because of their pace. But the one thing that Ellsworth is doing is they're playing their game. They're not letting Minneapolis take control. So it's going to be a good second half, and I'm looking forward to it. We've got about 40 seconds before tip-off, so we hope you stay with us. And remember, all the games are on 910kina.com. All you got to do is go there, tell your friends, and you can listen to it worldwide. And we again want to thank all of our sponsors who have been a major important part of us being able to bring you these games, and we really appreciate those people out there that have supported the Minneapolis team and their play, both in football, basketball, and again, coming in days to come, track, volleyball, softball, baseball, a little wrestling, a little bit of everything. Oh, Dale over here and Scott Osherman, who's normally with you, is at home.
And a lot of other good helpers.
Yeah, a lot of good helpers.
Mike Perry.
You bet.
And baseball will have some more stepping in.
And it is a community effort. I can guarantee you, Dale and his friends have done a tremendous job in helping us out on Eagle Community TV and setting this up. Here we go. Second half. Bearcats with the ball under the basket. Number 24 puts it up, and that's Ryan Maines. He scores 2 points. 33-29. Second half just getting started. Minneapolis has the ball. Goes out to Argenbright. Argenbright at the top of the key to George. George over to Weedle. Weedle back to George. George takes a big shot. A three-pointer does not make it. And it's rebounded by Fink of Ellsworth. Ellsworth coming down fast. Throwing under the basket. Shot taken. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Minneapolis. Weedle has the ball. Brings it down court. Goes over to Argenbright. Argenbright inside. And a ball is tipped out by Ellsworth.
Crossan drives to the basket, has the ball knocked away from him, out of bounds.
So Minneapolis will take control. Argenbright will pass it in from under the basket. McCulloch over to Dylan Crossan. Crossan misses a shot. McCulloch has the ball again. Goes out to Argenbright. Argenbright at the top of the key, sets the play up. Passes in to George. George takes a shot, rebounded by Ellsworth Bearcats. Bearcats bring it down the court. Jensen brings it down, goes over. Jensen with the ball. They pass it in to number 34. Turnaround jump shot by Fink goes in, and he's fouled at the same time. That was a tremendous shot. The kid really had composure on that.
And I don't agree with the foul, but Dylan Crossan gets number 4.
So that's not a good sign for Minneapolis.
Yoxel set to come in.
Fink at the line for 1.
freshman all-state kicker in field goals, Class 2A.
Shot in for Fink.
33-32, Minneapolis.
Argenbright brings the ball down, sets it up.
Minneapolis has not scored this quarter.
Weedle with the ball, throws it in to George. Three-point shot taken by McCulloch. He misses. The rebound goes to Ellsworth. The Bearcats have the ball. Jensen brings it down, sets it up for the Ellsworth Bearcats.
The Oxford good position there, just got out height,
Ellsworth,
back up.
Minneapolis playing man-to-man. Seitz with the ball, takes it back out to Jensen. Jensen throws it inside, and it's tipped, and Ellsworth comes up with it.
Long
goes
arms
back
and
out
height.
to
Disadvantage for us.
Goes back out to Jensen. Jensen sets it up back again at the top of the key. Still man-to-man for Minneapolis. Jensen drives, takes a jump shot from about 10 feet out and misses it. Argenbright all the way for a two-point layup. Man, is he fast. That kid, once he gets to going, you can't stop him. Jensen tries to get it inside for Ellsworth, does not. Argenbright back again, throws it over. Foul on Logan Weedle will go to the line for two.
Argenbright knocked it away. McCulloch picked it up. Hit the Argenbright going back down the other way. He ditched it off to Weedle for the layup, and he's fouled.
Weedle for two. Score 36-32. Minneapolis over Ellsworth with 5:29 left in the third quarter.
Owen set to come in.
Second shot for Weedle is good. Bearcats take the ball out.
37-32 Minneapolis.
Glazer brings the ball down court. Crosses the half-court line. Passes it to Jensen. Jensen over to, and the ball is tipped, and now
picked up by George.
George has it for Minneapolis, and he's driving, and he gets it taken away by Jensen. Jensen drives for the Bearcats, and a layup for two, and he makes it. 37-34. Weedle brings the ball down, top of the key. Gets it over to George. George drives. It's out. Shot taken by Owens and missed.
Yox will call with the foul.
And the Bearcats have the ball. Bearcats take it out with 4:49 left in the third quarter. And we have a replacement coming in for the Bearcats, number 42 coming in. That's Freeze. Freeze is in for the Ellsworth Bearcats. Jensen has the ball, goes over to Glazer. Maines back to Jensen. Out to Seitz. Glazer for three, misses. Minneapolis, gets the ball, and then it's taken away. Jensen has the ball, ready to set it up again, and timeout is called by the Bearcats. We have timeout on the floor with the score Minneapolis 37, Ellsworth 34 with 4:24 left in the third quarter.
1887, the Bennington State Bank has been your trusted hometown bank. For over 100 years, they've been interested in helping people achieve their financial goals. Let them help you. The Bennington State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
We'll get set now for the last 4 minutes and 24 seconds of the third quarter. It will be the Ellsworth Bearcats ball, and it looks like that it's either going to go to Glazer or Jensen, one or the other. Glazer has the ball for the Bearcats, dribbles back out to Jensen. Jensen over to Maines. Maines back out to Jensen, top of the key, over to Glazer. Glazer at the three-point line, looking for an inside pass. Gets it into number 24. That's Maines. Maines back out to Freeze. Freeze now Jensen has the ball. Into Seitz, out to Seitz. Jensen has the ball, drives for a free layup and makes it. 37-36. Minneapolis Ellsworth, 3:44 in the third quarter. Argenbright has the ball, passes it in.
Nice pass. Oh.
Beautiful pass, but a missed shot. But Minneapolis gets the rebound and goes up for it. Boy, there's some tough play underneath that basket.
Alex Yoxel, I believe, called for the foul. The shots have not been falling very well from Minneapolis here this quarter.
That's that tough defense that Ellsworth is playing. The Bearcats are really on them in the defensive end of the court. That's why this game is so close. Okay, the Bearcats with the ball. Glazer has it, goes over to Jensen. Jensen dribbles to the base, back out. Glazer, no, I'm sorry, number 2, that's Glazer, yes. Jensen has it, top of the key for a three-point shot, misses, rebounded by Minneapolis. McCulloch with the ball. Goes inside for a beautiful pass, and it's missed.
Over the back. Oh, my goodness.
Argenbright was fouled, but they did not call it. Bearcats have the ball. Jensen has the ball, sets the play up, goes back up to the top of the key, and he passes over to Seitz. Seitz is... We've got a foul.
Double foul, I think.
Double foul. We're going to have
the possession arrow to the Lions on the double foul.
So the Bearcats will continue to have the ball.
No, so to the Lions would be like a turnover.
They're still trying to figure out what to do. The coaches are talking to the referees right now to see what needs to.
I thought I heard the referee say it'd be red ball.
Well, that's what he said, and evidently it's not going to be. It's going to go back to Ellsworth. The Bearcats they're going to get the ball. They're still discussing it. Referees haven't determined what they want to do, I don't think, quite yet. Now he's talking to the scorekeeper. Taking the ball, yep, it's going to go to the Bearcats. The Bearcats get the ball. Goes into Glazer. Glazer has the ball, top of the key. Goes over to... Oh, that was a great shot by number 4, Rohr.
They take the lead, 38-37.
Minneapolis has the ball. And it's stole.
Georgia's pocket was picked.
Glazer has the ball, does a turnaround. Great shot. Now it's 40-37. Ellsworth over Minneapolis. Timeout, Minneapolis. Scores 40-37. Ellsworth leads with 2:14 left in the third quarter. You know, Dale, it looks like they just turned on an ignition system for the Ellsworth Bearcats. I mean, all of a sudden they're just clicking on all cylinders, and the motivation, it was good for the coach to call a timeout and get his guys settled down, I think.
It pays occasionally, yes it does.
So we're gonna see a great fourth quarter. We've still got 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in this quarter, but I am amazed at the quality of the play of both these teams. These guys are really going at one another, defensively as well as offensively.
The Bearcats have outscored the Lions by 9 in this quarter.
And we're going to see some full court action, I think, on a press sometime here within the next quarter. I'm just almost, if it continues to stay as close as it is, somebody's going to have to do that to break this thing loose, because this is a close game, and we've got two very, very well-matched teams. Okay, Minneapolis has the ball. Argenbright with it, takes a jump shot from about 10 feet out, gets his rebound, goes back in, and is fouled in the process. He will go to the line for 2.
Got big number
42.
2 up in the air, I think. Yep. 42.
42 is the one who
got
fouled.
Him up in the
That's
air.
Levi Freeze fouled him.
His 4th.
So now Argenbright's first shot, and he misses. Not a good time to be missing free throws.
When you got 3-6-5 guys, you can just run them in now. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how many fouls they got.
Yeah, number 4 comes out. Rohr comes out. And
McCullough comes in for Yoxel. Eckert is in also.
how many fouls does McCullough have?
3, I think.
Okay.
I think
Argenbright
Cross
taking
was
his
the only one
second
that's
shot, and he
4.
missed both of them. But Argenbright, no, I thought he had it, but then Glazer stole it away from him. The Bearcats have the ball. He's driving. He's going to take it back out. It goes over to Rohr. Rohr back inside, back out to Glazer. Glazer shoots a 2-pointer, misses, goes in for the rebound. Bearcats have the rebound. Backcourt. So Minneapolis will get the ball at the half-court line. Man, this is a fast game.
Very intense, huh?
It is wonderful to watch these guys play at this level. It's very intense and enjoyable to see both of them so well matched and playing so well. McCullough with the ball goes over to Argenbright. Argenbright back out to McCullough. McCullough takes a shot and misses it. It is rebounded by Glazer for the Bearcats. He shoots it into number 24, which is Maines. Maines scores again. So now it's 42-37, Bearcats over Minneapolis. And it's a drive for the basket by Minneapolis. Trying to force that was McCullough. He does not make the shot. Minneapolis has the ball, goes out to number 4. Takes a 3-point. Rohr for 3.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Tanner Rohr for 3.
They're up by 7, 44-37.
Minneapolis calls another timeout. They're just frustrated. They've just got to get things slowed down maybe just a little bit. But for the time being, I got to be working on it. And the coach is talking to him right now and setting it up. Hey, we're going to take a break. That's time for me to have a little bit of a breather. We'd like to thank our many sponsors, and we'll be back just a second.
AutoTech isn't just a repair shop. No, AutoTech is a professional service center. You'll find the most up-to-date equipment available to get your vehicle up and running. AutoTech, truly professional, truly the best.
The Hairstylum, the newest and most modern hair salon in Minneapolis, will style your hair to give you the look that you've always dreamed of. Or you might just want a haircut. The Hairstylum will do that too. Lynn and Brandon welcome new customers. Call 392-4555.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for more than 80 years because they want to protect what matters most. Call Scott Osherman in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
Well, Minneapolis has scored all of 4 points in this quarter.
Yeah, it just hasn't been their game this quarter. I don't know what's happened. I think, you know, it just must.
Bearcats have scored 17.
There we go. Minneapolis with the ball, and Argenbright brings it across half court. Holding the ball, trying to find somebody to pass. But this man-to-man defense is really doing some great things for the Bearcats. Yoxel passes it in. It's rebounded. They just can't hit their shots. Bearcats rebound the ball.
When you get it down low, the big 6'5" guys are.
There was a 3-point shot taken by Rohr. He missed for the Bearcats.
Making their presence known.
And Minneapolis has rebounded, and they're now on the drive. Weedle with the ball back to Yoxel. Yoxel back to, oh, beautiful 3-pointer from Grayson George. Now it's 44-30, 12 seconds in the third quarter. Advantage to the Bearcats. Glazer with the ball, drives, shoots, misses, rebound, and that's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ellsworth 44 and the Minneapolis 40, and we've got one more quarter to go. And I'll tell you, it's been an exciting 3 quarters. I think this fourth quarter could be very, very interesting. We're going to take a slight break, and then we'll be back right after these messages with more basketball.
Minneapolis is a dynamic and growing community. The Minneapolis Chamber of Commerce support of the Minneapolis High School Lions sports programming is just a small part of what they do. Be a chamber member. Come for a visit and stay for a lifetime.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lion games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior and Senior High School. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Trust is a word that is very important in this day and age, especially when it comes to insurance. Since 1982, you've trusted the Davidson Agency in Delphos and Minneapolis to give you the best home, auto, farm, crop, life, and health insurance. Call Lyle Davidson at the Davidson Agency, your trusted choice.
There's no...
Bearcats outscoring Lions 17-7 in that third quarter.
Well, it's down to the fourth quarter with Minneapolis taking it out at the half-court line, and Argenbright will throw it in. Got their play set up, ready to go. Goes to George. George over to McCulloch. Three-point.
Three-pointer no good.
There they get the rebound. And a score.
The freshman.
Yoxel.
Takes it in on the big boy.
Great composure. Right under the basket and was fouled, so he'll have one more shot. This could be a three-point shot. It's now 44-42, excuse me. 44-42. Ellsworth over Minneapolis with Yoxel at the free throw line, and he bags it. So it's now 44-43, 7:50 left in this game. Bringing the ball down court is Rohr for the Bearcats. He sets it up, looks around, sees who he wants to go to. Excuse me, it's Glazer. Glazer goes over to Seitz. Seitz under the basket, throws it up. It's rebounded.
Boy,
Glazer rebounds the ball, goes out to
Argenbright knocked that way.
Rohr. Rohr shoots, misses. Ellsworth rebounds again, goes under the basket to Rohr, back out to Glazer at the top of the key. Rohr looking to see if he wants to take that shot, decides not to. Dribbles to the top of the key, throws it over to Glazer. Glazer takes a 10-foot jump shot and misses. Ellsworth rebounds again. And this time, another three-point shot by Rohr. He misses, and Minneapolis rebounds. Argenbright has it, throws it out to Weedle. Weedle over to George. George back over, and a 10-point shot, or 2-point shot from McCulloch misses, and the Bearcats rebound. Bearcats have the ball. Rohr with the ball. Hands it out to Maines. Maines at the top of the key, back to Rohr. Rohr passes down to Seitz. Seitz has the ball. He brings it back out. Back out to Glazer. Glazer over to Rohr. Rohr in. And a 4-point shot by Maines is missed. And
Yoxel with the rebound.
Argenbright with the ball. Top of the key. Sets up the play. Goes over to George. George holds the ball. Throws it over to McCulloch. McCulloch's holding the ball, looking for a play, taking their time. Goes out to Argenbright. Argenbright has the ball. Goes back to George. Argenbright has the ball again. Now they're running the play, trying to get it inside. Goes out to McCulloch. McCulloch goes back out to Seitz. Seitz drives.
George, no good.
George takes the shot and misses. And it will go back to Ellsworth, the Bearcats. We still have a really great game. There's 5:36 left, 44-43 with Ellsworth in the lead by 1 point with 5:36 left, and the Bearcats with the ball. As they're getting ready, they've got a half-court press. Now they're slacking off now. So Glazer brings the ball down the court. He passes over to Seiler. Excuse me, that was Maines. Over to Rohr. Rohr's got the ball. The pace has really slowed down dramatically here, Dale, in the last
they're both
minute.
tired.
Yep.
Both teams are tired.
Glazer has the ball for a 3-point shot, puts it up and nails it. 3 points. 5 minutes left, 47-43, with the lead going to the Ellsworth Bearcats. Yoxel has the ball, top of the key for Minneapolis. Goes over to Argenbright. Argenbright out. Argenbright has the ball, sets up the play. Goes to George. George holding the ball out at in the center. Yoxel has the ball, and a three-pointer way long.
Rebound off Ellsworth.
Goes to Minneapolis. I'm a little surprised at that call.
Yeah, I was too, but we'll take it.
You betcha.
Crossing back in for Yoxel.
Yeah. Crossan going back in.
Lions down by 4, 47-43.
Weedle's got the ball under the basket, passes it in to McCulloch. Oh, and a big three-point, pow! Right in there by number 15, Grayson George. Grayson George with the three-pointer for the Minneapolis Lions. Now it's 47-26, Ellsworth over Minneapolis. Ball in the hands of Ellsworth Bearcats. Shot taken by 24. Maines took the shot. George fouls. So Maines will be at the free throw line for the Ellsworth Bearcats for 2.
Second personal on Grayson George.
4:10 left in the game. 47-46.
Can Maine hit the free throws? Or does he have big boy-itis?
Well, we'll find out. He looks pretty composed. We'll see what happens here. First shot, good. All net. 48-46. Ellsworth, Minneapolis. Bearcats here's the second shot. Maines nails both of them. 4:10 left, 49-46. Ellsworth over Minneapolis. Minneapolis, three-point shot taken by Weedle. He missed, and it was rebounded by Glazer. For the Bearcats, it gives down court. Jump shot taken, missed, and Minneapolis has the ball. Argenbright bringing it down.
Looking. Big rebound.
Looking, doesn't find anybody. Goes over to George. George out at the top of the key, driving. And a three-point shot, and Argenbright nails a
49
three.
From the baseline.
Now it's a tie game, 49-49, 3:27 left in the fourth quarter. Glazer brings it down for the Ellsworth Bearcats. He throws it over to Seitz. Seitz has the ball, goes out, and it's stolen. Layup, and he misses it.
Too hard.
Oh, yeah, there's a foul.
Elbow to the chops. Blatant foul.
Number 34 of Ellsworth, Ethan Fink, just clobbered McCulloch. And so McCulloch will go to the, no, he won't. They're not in the bonus yet.
They didn't call a intentional foul there. I'm surprised.
Oh, man.
Fifth foul, fourth personal.
He nailed him right in the face. But Minneapolis does have the ball. Here we go. McCulloch with it. Goes out to Weedle, into McCulloch. Driving, takes the shot, misses. Rebounded.
Rebound.
Here comes Argenbright. Throws it over. Oh, and it's blocked. Weedle's shot was blocked big time by number 30, Gabe Paul from the Ellsworth Bearcats. He just slammed it. But Minneapolis still has the ball. It's a tie game with 2:52 left in the game. Ball is tipped. Ball is tipped by the Bearcats, so Minneapolis will have it on the side out, on the side. And they're going to let Argenbright throw it in this time. I think he has a little surer hands. He calls timeout. We have a foul. Did you catch that
foul
one,
on
Dave?
22,
okay.
Ellsworth.
Okay, on number 22, that would be Jordan Seitz. But Minneapolis still has the ball. Blazers calls timeout.
Coach calls timeout before we get a 5-second violation, possibly. 2:52 to go in regulation. 49 all.
49 all. You know, this is when it comes to crunch time, and this is when the coaching really comes into play, because if you can keep these guys composed and continue to, you know, make good passes and good plays, that will determine the winner. Now,
no doubt.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. This is just my prediction, but within the 2-minute line, somebody's going to go into a press. I'm still pushing for that. I still think that they're going to go full court on these guys.
You think
sooner
either one
or
of
later.
these teams has enough gas to do a press?
I think they do. I haven't seen anybody slow down yet, and they've had enough bench work that these guys are still looking like they're really on it. So we'll see. But anyway, we're going to go back to play here. Minneapolis with the ball under their basket as they throw it in. It's still tied, 49-49, 2:52 left in the game. Passed out to George. George back out to Weedle. Now Argenbright has the ball, sets it up at the top of the key, throws it over to Crossan. Back out to Argenbright. Argenbright with the ball, looking for somebody underneath. Can't find anybody. Goes out to number 23. That's Weedle. And a three-point shot not made by George. So Ellsworth, the Bearcats have the ball. It's down the court. And it's tipped. George tipped it, but he couldn't keep control of it. So it'll go back to the Bearcats. They'll take it out.
2:18 to go, regulation. 49 all.
Goes out to Jensen. Jensen passes it inside, and a foul.
Blocking foul call on McCulloch.
Maines will go to the line for the Ellsworth Bearcats. McCulloch with his foul. That's his fourth. Is that his fourth personal foul?
I think so, but they just have 3 up on the board.
Okay.
I could have sworn he had 3, but apparently not.
Maines hits his shot, 50-49, 2:13 left. He's got 1 more to go at the free throw line. He sets up, dribbles, takes a look at the basket, sets his shot, and boom. 51-49. Ellsworth over Minneapolis, 2:13 left. Minneapolis with the ball as they bring it down the court. Goes over to Argenbright. Argenbright on the side. Throws it to George. George at the top of the key, dribbling the ball, looking for somebody to pass it off to. Goes to Argenbright. Argenbright looks at his coach. They set up the play. He brings it out. There they go. Goes over to George. George to Crossan. Crossan holds the ball. Out to Weedle. Weedle over to McCulloch. It's inside. Shot taken and made by George. 51-51, 1:31 left in the game. 1:29 left in the game. And the Bearcats have the ball at the top of the key. Jensen throws it over. Jensen has the ball, looking for somebody to pass to inside. And a 3-point shot, not made, rebounded and made by number 24, Ryan Maines. 53-51, 1 minute left in the game. George with the ball. Passes over to Argenbright. Argenbright setting up the play. 56 seconds left in the game.
And I don't believe so.
For a double dribble?
I don't believe so.
He calls him for a double dribble. 53-51, and the Bearcats take it over with 54 seconds left in this game. So much for my press theory, Dale. But this has been, timeout has been called. I think we'll just keep it here.
All right.
What do you think is going to happen, my friend? You analyze these things.
Ellsworth, if they're smart, they're going to hold the ball and go for the last shot, or go for a good shot.
Or wait and try and get fouled. One or the other.
Foul, yeah.
I
don't know if they're getting enough ball handlers to do it.
I had a feeling that this was going to be a really good game. I don't know why, but man, this has been intense. The kids have played with great composure all the way through. It's just been amazing to see how they've come out and really worked this court.
Listen to the last 4 games, the scores of the last 4 games between these two squads. 49-48, 51-50, 58-51, 59-58.
Oh, well, then you expected this.
Yes.
See, I didn't have any idea, and then I get into something like this. It sure has made it a lot of fun for me. I've enjoyed it immensely.
And 2 of those games were overtime.
Well, we're not going to have an overtime game tonight. This is going to come down to the wire, and one of these teams is going to go home at the end of the 4th quarter with a win. So here we go. We've got 54 seconds left, folks. If you've just joined us, which I know you haven't, But anyway, we've got Ellsworth 53, Minneapolis 51, 54 seconds left in the game, and here we go. Ellsworth has the ball with 54 seconds and a 2-point lead, and they take it out at half court. It's in the hands of Seitz right now. He's trying to throw it in. Finally gets it to Paul. Paul picks up the ball, passes it over to Glazer. Glazer has the ball, double team, and it's going to Minneapolis.
Minneapolis with the zone trap in, and Glazer steps out of bounds.
Glazer stepped out, 45 seconds, 53-51. Ellsworth over Minneapolis, 45 seconds left in this game. And Ellsworth and Minneapolis gets the ball at half court. It goes over to Argenbright. Argenbright brings it across the line, 41 seconds. He dribbles, he passes over to Weedle. Weedle has the ball, back out to Argenbright. Argenbright trying to find somebody. Hits McCulloch. Back to Seitz, then to Weedle. Weedle back out. 24 seconds left. Timeout called by Minneapolis. We're going to take a break and we'll be back.
53-51, 24 seconds to go.
Nothing more important than our children. That's exactly why the Lions Den was established in Minneapolis, so the kids could get together in a clean and healthy environment to have fun. It's a great place to party, the Lions Den, downtown Minneapolis.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG, a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage.
We're back, and there's 24 seconds left, and the Minneapolis Lions have the ball. The home, Ellsworth, the Bearcats have the lead 53-51 with 24 seconds left. So that's where we're at. We want to thank all our sponsors for the games tonight. This has just been too good to be true. I've really enjoyed having the opportunity. I wished I could bring the coverage to you a little bit better, but hey, folks, you get what you get, and tonight you get me. And at least I can give you the score, the time, and what's happening to this point. We have
You've done a pretty good job for not doing this before.
Well, it's 24 seconds left, and Minneapolis has the ball. Argenbright will pitch it in. They've got a 4-post around the free throw line to get it in. Here comes the ball. Goes to McCulloch, back to Argenbright. Argenbright at the top of the key, 20 seconds, 19 seconds. He's still got the ball. He passes over. Timeout again for Minneapolis.
13 seconds to go.
13 seconds. Whew, I tell you, Dale, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen a high school game like this. I'm going to have to take a breather. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a few seconds. You'll be able to see this game on Eagle Community TV on your local channel in Minneapolis. We will repeat that on the local channel there many times, hopefully, here soon as Dale.
Next weekend.
Next weekend. Okay, so if you want to watch the game, you can watch it on what channel?
Channel 8.
Channel 8 in Minneapolis for you cable viewers. Okay, 13 seconds left. Argenbright's taking the ball out at half court. He passes the ball over to George. 10 seconds left. Argenbright has the ball, top of the key, dribbling, still dribbling.
5 seconds.
4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1.
George
It's
loses out
over.
of bounds.
It's over. George lost control of the ball. The game is over. And the referees are walking off the floor. The final score, Ellsworth 53, Minneapolis 51. That last pass from Argenbright to George, he just missed it. I mean, you know, it was a good pass, but it slipped through his fingers, rolled around, nobody touched it. That was the end of the game. So this evening's game was a tight one, and I want to tell you the Minneapolis guys looked really, really good.
Not quite good enough.
Not quite good enough.
Let me go get the scores, and we'll be back.
We'll be back.
The State Bank of Delphos and the Ottawa County.
Well, welcome back for a little wrap-up here. Disappointing 53-51 loss for the Minneapolis Lions here. Very excellent game to watch if you came to watch competitive basketball.
You know, I haven't truthfully watched a high school basketball game, and I just can't imagine the last time it was, to be truthful with you, Dale. But I tell you, tonight was one of the best games I think I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah,
these kids were evenly matched. I know that the Bearcats had a height advantage over the Lions, and that
paid in the end. I mean,
yeah, it really did.
I think all three of their 6'5" guys had 4 fouls. They just kept running them in, running them out, and that pays.
In addition to that, it was a high-speed game for both teams, and to have that kind of game come down to the wire is just, it's sad that Minneapolis didn't win it, but at the same time it was what did the stats tell us?
Well, you know, just remember at the first quarter it was 11-11 after
right.
one quarter. Minneapolis went up by 6 in the second quarter. Third quarter was disastrous for us. Got outscored 17-7.
Yeah, that's kind of where it started to fall apart.
In the fourth quarter, we bounced back a little bit, outscored the Bearcats 11-9, but the final score of 53-51. I don't have any rebounding or turnover stats, but as far as scoring is concerned, Argenbright with the 6. So he had five points there in the second half. For the second game in a row now, Grayson George is the leading scorer. He ended up with 26. He scored 23 points the last game out.
Wow.
Dylan Crossan had 2. Logan Weedle had 7. Keegan McCulloch had 7, and Alex Joxel 3. Not getting any scoring out of Crossan and McCulloch in the second half hurt us quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, the game was the third quarter. That's really.
And I don't blame either of those players for us losing,
no.
but not getting scores from those two guys. Hurt us significantly.
Well, it was momentum in that third quarter, and it went in the direction of Ellsworth. There's just no question about it. Had that intensity been there in that third quarter that we got 3 quarters out of Minneapolis, we'd have won that game.
Yep. For the Bearcats, Manus, not sure how you pronounce it, with 18. Glazier, the freshman, with 10. And Jensen with 6. Fink with 5, and several other players with 4 or less points. So the Lions get 6 scorers.
Pretty even scoring.
2 less points than needed to tie, and 3 less than needed to win. I didn't come here expecting to win. I came here hoping to win.
Well,
I knew it would be a very competitive game. And like I said, this is the 4th game now that's been won by the 5th game. Excuse me. Yeah, the 5th game now has been won by a point or less, or in overtime. There was a game where they beat us by 7 in overtime, but very competitive contest.
No question about it. It was just a joy to watch, and both teams did a very respectable job. I still think and will contend that watching that third quarter where the momentum shifted and all of a sudden, it started to hit.
You could just feel the air going out of us.
You could. And had that not happened, and I've seen that happen at the college level, and I've seen it happen at the pro level. All it takes is 1 quarter of maybe just a slight letdown, and no one knows why that happens. But I've seen 1 quarter in a lot of games either win or lose the entire game for a team, and it was just that third quarter that it seemed like that there was something that the Bearcats brought to the table and on the court that got them clicking and got them to playing a good game, and all of a sudden their confidence came back, and
they won it. In the third quarter, they won it
yeah,
down
they did.
inside.
They did.
And then when they started getting their confidence, they started hitting their shots and
yep.
that was
yep.
boom, all she wrote.
Yep.
But see if we have a coach here.
We should
anytime
have him
in the future
momentarily.
I'm sure there's some consoling words going on in the locker room.
I'm assuming they're consoling. We hope that they're consoling. And
well, you know, he'll be able to come back and say, well, we didn't do this right and we didn't do that right. And
sure.
You know, they did a lot of things right.
Well, and again, they can be proud of the way they played. There's no question about it. But they were both well-coached teams. Both teams had coaches that knew when to settle them down, knew when to take timeouts. That last timeout by Minneapolis, I think, was a great decision. I don't think there's any question about it that he knew what he wanted to do, and they had the opportunity. It's just that when it got down to that last 10 seconds, things started to fall apart. They just didn't have the play.
Ellsworth played some good defense.
They just didn't have the play worked out that was going to make it happen for them. So, you know, again, it was one of those games that you're going to enjoy watching if you have cable in Minneapolis, because Dale will have it on this coming weekend, and you can watch it if you weren't able to come to it. And I highly recommend that you do that, because it was now what I would recommend. Nothing in no offense to you, because you were doing your part. I just didn't do mine, so I'd turn the sound down and just watch the guys play basketball.
And then you lose out on the excitement of the crowd.
Well, the crowd was really into it. That was kind of fun too, because the bleachers were just packed with people, and the noise in here was really intense. That really makes it fun, I know, for the players too, to be able to get that feed off the people in the stands.
I was amazed. You're talking about watching a game with the sound down. I was reading something about Danny Ainge of the Boston Celtics. He watches countless college basketball games, scouting talent.
Yeah.
And they say the sound is always off in all the games he watches. Can you imagine watching a lot of basketball games with no sound on?
I can't. No,
I'm just astonished.
That wouldn't do it for me. We had a pro team in Salina called the Kansas Cagers, and played some outstanding basketball. We had some great KU players play for us. We had a kid that went into the pros that was from San Antonio that was a great player by the name of Devin Brown. I don't know if he's playing with the Nuggets or who he's with now, but he started out with San Antonio. But anyway, that level and the crowd's getting into it in the last few minutes of the game, it's the biggest and best relief I ever had in my life. It's just a lot of fun for people to come and see the games.
So the Lions' record overall moves to 3-4 and 1-3 in the NCAA. We go to Beloit this Friday night. It doesn't get any easier, folks. Ellsworth goes to 3-6 and 2-2 in the NCAA.
Just going through the calendar, so you know what's coming up. Minneapolis will be playing Clifton Clyde at Clifton Clyde on the 27th of January. And also on the 30th, Minneapolis at Russell. Then on February the 6th, Sacred Heart at Minneapolis. And on the 10th, Claflin High School will be playing at Minneapolis. On the 13th, Southeast of Saline at Minneapolis. Then on the 17th, Minneapolis will travel to Republic County. And then Beloit at Minneapolis on the 20th, and on the 24th, it will be Russell at Minneapolis, in case you're wondering what the schedule is going to be. And then they go into the sub-states March the 2nd through the 7th.
And next week we are at the Winter Jam Tournament in Hoisington against undetermined talent, or undetermined teams at this point. But,
who all is going to, do you know who's going to be at that tournament?
Oh, I can't remember. It's usually, of course, Hoisington. Russell usually comes down for it. Minneapolis. Victoria is there. Oh, goodness. Ellenwood is usually there.
So there's a lot of talent.
Yeah, there's a range of 1A to 3A squads.
And where's this being played?
Hoisington.
At Hoisington. So if you want to see some good basketball, you might want to travel to Hoisington. What is the dates for that?
Well, it's next week. I don't know exactly. We'll be playing either next Monday or Tuesday for sure, but I haven't seen the seedings yet. So, so you'll have to watch the website at Minneapolis High School or 910 KINA for those. Well, I'm not sure if we're going to get an interview out of Coach here tonight or not. He's talking to his family, so I think we'll just go ahead and sign off.
All right.
Thanks for listening here on Channel 8 Eagle Communications Minneapolis and 910KINA.com. Thanks for having us in your home as always, folks, and follow these lines. Come out and support them. Just exciting basketball.
It don't get any better than this.
If you can come see it and you sit home, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, and I want to thank you, Dale, very much for
Mike
being
Farmer,
with me.
thanks for coming out and bailing me out here tonight.
It was a lot of fun, and hopefully Scott Osherman will be back with you next week or for the next
hopefully
game.
This Friday.
This
yes.
Friday, yeah. That would be good.
The stork had better come.
Y'all have a good evening. Thank you.
Good night.